Congratulations on season 2.
Thank you.
So let's get right into it. You guys are together at the end of season 1, heading into this one, but there's some things to be worked out. So Noah and Joanne, what are we sorting out this season? What are the kinks that we're sort of starting to untangle?
I think you can look at it like after you've been dating someone for 3 months, when you're still very much in love with them, but that, like, the rose-colored glasses start to fade a little bit, and you go like, oh, I never noticed that they didn't wash the toothpaste out of the sink when they were done brushing their teeth. All those things that naturally start to occur when dopamine kind of resets and goes down in your body a little bit is what they're dealing with. And they also have this sort of, like, extra television-induced issue, which is Joanne going to convert? So they're merging their lives, they're merging their friendships, they're figuring out how to compromise post the 3-month bliss.
3-month bliss, though, can I just say, is that short? Is that a short time? Just personal opinion for the bliss to...
But I don't think the bliss goes away.
No, it's just we're settling in.
There's bliss.
But now...
But in 3 months, I feel like, is when you think this person is an Adonis. Like, there's no one better than this person. Like, at least the times I feel like I've fallen in love. And then post 3 months, you're still super, super in love, but reality is starting to be like, excuse me, hello, I'm here.
Yeah.
I think 3 months sounds right.
That's fair. Okay.
I mean, that's clinically, psychologically what the dopamine does.
Oh, I love
for
a clinical
3
stat
months.
drop.
Really?
Lay it on us. Absolutely. 3 months, and we're settling
And we're
in.
just going a little bit lower.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're still here. Adam, what would you add to that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. What's going on in season 2 was kind of the question.
Yeah.
No.
Or no, after 3 months.
Okay, what are we dealing with?
What are we dealing with? Well, there is the religion question, which is a big question, which you may have thought was answered, but it wasn't.
Not. Yeah.
And I think there was a little miscommunication there. Understandable. There's that. He's got his job, which, bleeds into their daily life. And in fact, he's also affecting her job, which has its own consequences. But more than that, they're merging their worlds, their friends, their families, and seeing how it works on the ground day to day instead of just in theory. And but I think the love and the passion is still very much there, and just deciding like what this looks like in the light of day, and is it really doable?
I think a great way to describe it is when you feel like you love someone so much, but this little tiny question is on the back burner of how much of myself am I willing to give up and or compromise to maintain the we.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's really, really small, like how do we share this closet? And sometimes it's really, really big, like am I going to convert? But it's there when you merge your life with someone else.
Absolutely. The on-screen chemistry, obviously great. You've said you bicker like an old couple.
100% all day.
What are we bickering about in season 2? What's the dynamic like when you two are just,
I thought you were going to say in real life.
No, in real life. That's what I mean.
We have like 3 arguments going already this morning.
What are we unpacking? What's going on?
I just told her I don't like a very popular franchise that we won't say.
And I was like...
and she's like, that's sacrilegious.
Out.
Yeah.
And that's just one of
that's
3
just one, and
outstanding debates.
Yeah. What are the other ones? How much effort you're going to put into your Halloween costume was another one.
Yeah, that wasn't a disagreement so much.
Sure, that's just on the
that was a
table
collaboration. That was a collaboration. I was eliciting your help.
That actually is because I like to be very involved in Adam's life when he'll let me, and I'm like, what are we getting Leighton for her birthday for this year? What are we thinking?
What are we getting Leighton
What
for?
are we? Well, we don't know. We haven't.
We haven't sorted
it out yet. But I'm a very
setting the
nosy
table
person,
here,
and Adam handles it very well.
A lot of grace, a lot of patience.
Yes.
I'd love to hear that. Speaking of Leighton, guest starring this season, everyone's really excited about it. Tell us about how it came together and the Abby Loves Smoothies character specifically. How did we bring that to life?
It's a family affair, so it came both ways. It came, would you think she? I said, you have to ask her. And they said, went around that way, and they asked her.
Erin wanted a frenemy situation. She thought a topic of a frenemy would be great for Joanne, and she thought the dynamic of that person, the frenemy being a positive person in Noah's life, would be a great piece of friction for Joanne
So
to
good.
deal with. And then when casting, we were like, okay, she's got to be like around the same age, and she's got to be like beautiful and sort of someone that Joanne could love, but also is maybe threatened by. And then I think someone in the writer's room was like, do you think Leighton would ever do it? So then, of course, like everyone's antennas went up. Like, do we ask Adam directly? Wait, no, hold on that. And we were very grateful because she's so perfect for it and is incredibly funny in the role.
She had a lot of fun.
Yeah. What do you remember about meeting Leighton back in the Gossip Girl days?
Oh, I don't remember much
Yeah.
about those kids, and I will call them kids, because first I recorded Gossip Girl from Los Angeles in my pajamas.
I love
in
that
a sound
video.
booth.
Yeah.
I was never involved in the on-set production, so I just remember sort of seeing them from afar and loving them and loving the show, but I didn't really have much interaction. Then, have I ever worked with Leighton?
Yes.
When? Adam is my external hard drive. Leighton was on Veronica Mars.
Okay.
When she was much younger, and she was fantastic, and she had like a very meaty role where she and Adam Scott were the like co-guest stars, and there was a did she or did she not sleep with the teacher episode.
Yeah.
And she was wonderful, and I was like, oh, that girl is really talented. And then subsequently saw her on Gossip Girl, and then
And here we
we
are.
are.
Here we are today. Another guest star, Seth Rogen. Talk to me a little bit about having him on, and have we secured our cameos for the next season of the studio?
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
let me tell you
Please
something.
tell
When I
me
watched
we're
the studio,
massaging that
I
up.
felt so embarrassed. I was like, am I the only person in Hollywood they did not ask to do this show? Am I, does
I know.
no one
It feels
like
like a
me?
little quid
No
pro
one cares.
quo. Although he was really doing us a favor by the end of the show.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, but that was so exciting for me, especially because you didn't get to work with him. Yeah, and watching him and Caperlant do their thing and just like elevate the material. And I think everyone knew. They're like, here's some stuff.
Yeah.
But you go.
Do what you will.
And it was just like awesome to sit in there and hang and also chat.
Absolutely. And of course, we get to see more Bina this season. Everyone loves the Joanne Bina dynamic. Do either of you have an interesting Meet the Parents story?
Well, when I met Dax's father for the first time, it was when we had been dating 6 months. I went back to our hometown. We're both from the same area, and I was trying to be a very good girl. And I said, "Oh, I'm going to meet his father." And Dax wasn't even there. And I called his dad and I said, "Hey, I'm dating your son. I'd love to go out to dinner, get to know you." I was like trying to be very buttoned up, and he came and picked me up, and we went out to dinner, and it was lovely. And his dad was kind of like a very not aggressive, but seemingly aggressive guy, but he's really a teddy bear. And then when he dropped me off that night, he said to me in the car, "So tomorrow I'll pick you up at 8 again?" And I was like,
time?
"Oh wait, I'm not dating his dad, am I?" Oh no, did these wires get crossed? And then I called Dax and I said, "Your dad wants to go out with me tomorrow night." He goes, "Of course he does. Of course he does. You just got to tell him no." That was the funny meet for Dax's dad. And then Dax's mom, who I met, I immediately fell in love with. She's so awesome. And I told Dax point blank, if it comes down to me picking you or her, I'm going to pick her.
I'm taking your mom.
Yeah.
I love that.